Just the depth you have up front. I mean, it looks like two guys who've played a few games, maybe sitting out tomorrow, to have that kind of depth, to have four strong lines.
Yeah, it's something that we haven't had in a while. I don't know the lineup for sure. I do know throughout a 82 game season you need everyone. So you never know what can happen. You never know when your number is going to be called. So um, it's great to have that depth, and we're gonna need it throughout the season.
How's the optimism level compared to previous seasons? How much more higher is it this year?
Yeah, it is. It's certainly with the fan base. I feel from the fans I get to meet in public or wherever it may be. In this locker room, we got guys that have been around for a little bit. We got some new players, some guys going into their second years. Guys still trying to prove themselves. So I think once we get going, once guys start to really find their roles, that's going to really help our team. And we're trying to get there. We've worked through it during camp, but now we get to our lines and our teams, and we get to go into games and see what happens.
What do you think a successful season would look like for this team?
Well, I think certainly an improvement from last year. I hope, I expect that we're in the fight all the way, and we're not getting to the trade deadline and looking to send guys out. We're trying to stick with what we got, or even add something, and be right there and be in the hunt. And if you get hot at the right time, you never know what could happen.
What does it mean? I mean, last year you integrated Moritz and Lucas. This year it looks like Elmer's going to start up here. Simon's on the cusp, Simon Edmondson, just to have, that influx of young players.
Yeah, we've seen it. It's been some hard days to acquire those draft picks, and I've been around for it. But to see those guys come into the lineup, come into camp, there's guys that impress. There's guys that need work. There's guys that do the work that make it or make it to Grand Rapids, and then keep pushing. So it's certainly nice to see.
Now that you've had, you guys been around Derek for a month, it seems like. I mean, get any sense of what he's like or what he's about or what he's going to be about?
Well, I think he cares about his players. I've seen that. You know what? I think he's brought a lot of stuff from Tampa. Nothing we've been talking about that for a month now, but I think he's very patient. He's calm behind the bench, which I really like, and he's demanding, and he's going to have to be. There's been some uncomfortable conversations already, and I expect there to be more, and I expect it to help our team.
Describe you've been part of a few, but what that season opener is like when you first skate out.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It's an emotional night. I think it certainly adds a little extra excitement that we've had to wait a little bit. We've watched hockey the past couple nights, and I think last year the emotions got the best of me. It was a thrilling game, but I expect opening night here like it always is. It's a great crowd, great energy. I just hope there's no suspensions out of it.
I'm sure there have been moments kind of in the last couple of years where you thought maybe it was starting to turn. How do you think you'll know whether it's really kind of coming or whether it's really different this time around? I know it's a big question.
Yeah.
The day before the season.
Yeah. I think you certainly look like try and think big picture. We're way farther ahead than we were before, and that's just additions to the roster. That's guys taking steps in their careers, younger players fighting to get into the lineup, depth. So I look to your question, big picture, and I really believe that we're further along than we have been.